First of all, I would like to give some basic understanding about the holy place. There are five main important principles of devotional life. Most important is chanting of the holy names. Second is association of devotees. Third is reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Fourth is deity worship, worshipping the deities. And fifth is residing in the holy place. So, visiting in the holy place, and when you visit, of course, you reside there for some time, is one of the important aspect of spiritual life. And visiting holy places and residing over there is advised in the company of sincere and loving devotees. That is why visiting holy places alone is not advised, because there are so many kinds of philosophies and pathways and spiritual institutions available that it would be quite confusing for an individual to go alone there and get bombarded by so many things. And when you go in the company of sincere devotees, you get right guidance, right association and right inspiration, and the essence of the holy place can be revealed to the person's heart if he is in the company of sincere devotees. That is why scriptures advise, if you have to go alone, maximum period that you can stay in the holy place is 3 days. Beyond 3 days, your bewilderment will start and one will get maybe discouraged or distracted from what all happens, things happen there, or what all things are presented to you. So it is not a good idea to go to holy place alone.
Thank you, Prabhuji. The next question. Many devotees come up and ask, like, I do not like to go to Holy Dham because it's so crowded. It becomes so commercialized. Because if you look into Vrindavan, it has become so commercialized. It is just like a city.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate to see so much of commercialism in the holy places these days, because everybody has become money oriented and they want to make their money and livelihood and through religion and through dharma. So kind of very discouraging situation. That is why I also said initially that if you want to see the essence of the holy place, one should not go alone, because one will be bombarded with all those pandas who are asking money, all those commercialism and all those donations that they keep asking, many schemes that they present to you for the cows and for ladies and for orphans and so many things they will keep talking. So instead of concentrating on the Lord and the purpose of life, one will be simply bewildered by so many kinds of presentations that are done to the newcomer there. And it's a fact, there is so much crowd and so much of commercialism, there is no doubt about that. So that is supposed to be an external manifestation of Maya, especially in Kali Yuga, that the religion and the dharma and the spirituality will be covered by such kind of false picture. It's like a curtain pulled over the reality. So all these external things, including commercialism and the dirt and the mismanagement and the governmental follies, all these things will add in your confusion. But that is why we insist that one should go with a saintly personality to holy place, because holy place is not what you see with your eyes. Holy place is what you hear with your ears through the lotus mouth of saintly people who are either residents of that place or who are saintly persons who are accompanying you. So they will reveal the essence of the holy place through their pravachans, through their lectures, through their mouth and through your ears. So one should not see the holy dham, one should hear about the holy dham. See the holy dham through the ears. And when that happens, and in that situation, even though there is commercialism, there is crowd, there is corruption, you can still feel and understand the essence of the holy place, what happened over there, what is the message for us. And in that situation, even though there are commercialism, one will not get bewildered. In one sense, the curtain will be removed from your eyes and the real beauty of the holy place will be revealed to you. So one should not get discouraged. This will be there, and sorry to say, this will increase in future. But if you have understood the essence of the holy place through the mouth of a pure devotee, then even though all these corruptions will go on increasing exponentially, you will never get confused. Your love and attachment for the holy place will be maintained.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, about enlightening us with why should we go to holy place. My next question: many devotees come up and ask us about why should I go to Dham? Rather, I have a temple nearby. I would rather. It's a part of same temple. If you're talking about ISKCON, ISKCON is here next to my place.
Very good. Yes, residing in a holy place is one of the 5 principles out of 64 principles as told by Rupa Goswami. So, even the temple of Vishnu is a holy place, is not different from Vaikuntha. But the holy place where Lord has resided and the holy place where Lord has performed pastimes has a different unique position compared to cities. We live in cities and the temples are there in cities and also in villages, and they separate yourself from city and put you a Vaikuntha experience, no doubt about that. But still, when you go to a holy place like Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri, Mayapur, Dwarka, Srirangam and so forth, those are the places where Lord has himself resided for a period of time. He has performed his pastimes, loving pastimes, very instructive pastimes, very enlivening and blissful pastimes. And when one goes to that place and sit there in that holy place and hear the pastime of that place itself from the mouth of a very sincere and pure devotee, that has got millions of fold effect on the heart than hearing the same story from the same person in Bombay in the temple. Temple is Vaikuntha, but our heart is not Vaikuntha. We need to go to holy place to make our heart like Vaikuntha, to purify our heart, to surrender ourselves, to take shelter of the holy name, to take shelter of the deity of the holy place. We go to holy place to take shelter of the Lord and understand why Lord came there, what Lord performed over there, what He did over there, what is the message for me. And another reason why we should go to holy place is that when we are in city and we visit temple, before going to temple and after coming from temple, we are still busy in our worldly activities. Before and after, and in between we go to temple. So when we go to temple, sometime we are still lingering with the thoughts what we did before, and we come back home and still before leaving for some time again our mind is outside. So we are like sandwiched. But when you go to holy place, we drop everything here. We close our work, we close our shops, take our whole family, it's a vacation, and 24 hours we are ready to hear and chant and to visit the holy places in company of sincere loving devotees. We are fully focused. There is no other agenda, there is no business, there is no meeting, there is no exam. So we can really expect our minds to be open and we are free. Our mind and heart and brain is open to receive the mercy of the Lord. So what benefit we receive when we leave home and go full time there, maybe 3 days, maybe 5 days, maybe 7 days, the benefit that we receive is enough for the whole year also. That's why minimum it is advised once in a year one should take out time, drop everything and go to a holy place. Simply to absorb, soak oneself in the process of hearing and chanting about the holy place, the holy name and the holy pastime of the Lord in the company of sincere devotees. Just be with the devotees, only eat prasadam, just hear the holy name, whole day, chant the holy name, visit the holy places and relish the nectar of being in a holy place. And once you understand the nectar that touched your heart, you will be attracted to go again and again, even though you have a temple of Hare Krishna, ISKCON next door to yourself. That is Vaikuntha, that will give you a nourishment on day-to-day basis. The bulk nourishment is available to you once in a year when you go to holy place.
Thank you so much for enlightening us about the importance of Dham. The next question comes. Can you please, when we see dirt in holy place, how should we react? Because as you said, like holy place is a place where Lord resided earlier. He has done his pastimes. Many a time it comes up into our mind, like we see a lot of dirt. So how should we react? What should be our next reaction?
If you understand the philosophy correctly, we all are in now Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, whatever you see is a perverted reflection of what it should have been. The holy place of the Lord's pastime is so beautiful and nectarine if you read the description. The banks of Jamuna and the flowers and the fragrance and the peacock and the cows and the temples and the description of the land, so beautiful. And today we see dirt and we see gutters and we see so many dirty things around, people doing many wrong things. That is expected to happen in Kali Yuga, as degradation of the religious principles will take place as expected. We don't go to see that dirt in the holy place. We go to holy place. That's why preparation of the consciousness before we go to holy place is very important. If you do not go in company of devotees, then you will only focus and only notice the dirt and the crowd and the pandas. But if you go with right preparation of consciousness, the purpose you understand well why we go to holy place, then these same dirt and same commercialism will not disturb you. It's like the honeybee. The honeybee is always fully focused on the honey. It doesn't see whether the flower is yellow, green or blue. It only sees the honey. As long as the honey is there, it goes, picks up the honey and goes to the next flower. So what is the meaning of preparation of going to holy place? Preparation means learning to focus our mind on the honey of the holy place. And that is possible only when we go with the devotees. There is no reason to feel upset about things going wrong in the holy place. If you are in the capacity, you can correct those. If you are not in the capacity, just forget it. If you are in the capacity means if you are a political person, if you are an authority in the government, you can change the scenario of the rivers, purity of the river water and the roads and the commuting facilities like rickshaw and cars and buses and trains. If you are in the capacity to change that, please change it. If you are not in the capacity, just ignore it, because our business is to not focus and ponder upon those unpleasant things over there. There are many things hidden there which are so much pleasure giving and so much nectarine. There are so many people whom we can meet who can share the nectar with you. So it's like what you are trained to see, that you will see. If you are trained to see philosophically, then you will appreciate the nectar and the beauty and the atmosphere available in the holy place. That's why when we take yatras in the holy places, we make nice arrangements, good rooms, good transport, good places to visit, good people to visit, and we will strategically avoid all the places we are going to disturbing to you and confusing to you, so that you go and get the nectar. That means the honeybee goes and get the honey from the flower. Which flower to go, we decide. Which honey to give you, that also we decide. So it is very disturbing, no doubt about it, as per the Kali Yuga is advancing. But nothing to get disturbed about. We have the formula, we have the method, accept that and be happy.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. The second last question. We have spoken about Dham and visiting the importance of it and how should we look at Dham. When we visit any Dham, we find a lot of priests who are asking for money. How should we deal with them and what should be our reaction to it?
The historical aspect about this Purohits and Brahmins and priests, that the king used to actually maintain all of them. If you study our history, this Brahminical class of people was supposed to be fully maintained by the kings. They would never beg. They were called as Tirtha Purohit. Tirtha Purohit means a person who will welcome you, he will host you, he will make you comfortable with food and drink and shelter. He will take you around to holy places. He will tell you the stories from his heart with full of devotion. He will see your comfort in what you can accept. He will take you whatever you can accept and again give you rest, again take you to the next holy place, arrange for transport, everything he will do, and then he will satisfy you fully. And when you leave the holy place with your heart filled with satisfaction and joy, you give him donations. And that's how they were never greedy for X amount of money. They will just give their heart to people, make them comfortable, make the holy place a very pleasant experience for them. But times have changed. The kings have abandoned them. The temples were abandoned by kings. The kings went away. The governments came. Governments also never took care of the temples properly. Temples are shattering down. They are becoming old, dilapidated places. The people who are maintaining the temple, the priests, are not looked after. So then, for survival's sake, they started begging, started asking money. Then they became more greedy because people started giving money to them. and then without doing any service, started asking money from them. So how the degradation takes place step by step by step by step, is it like this? So yes, we are also getting bumped with so many priests in between. And one of the principles of visiting holy places is also to give donations. Charity is one of the essential aspects of a pilgrimage. One who live in city, earn money in city, live city life, go to holy places, must part with some money that you can afford to and give donations to all those who serve the deities over there. It just should be our gesture. Instead of criticizing them, you give them whatever you can. Don't give them what you cannot. They may demand thousands of rupees. You may give 100 rupees. You may give 5 rupees. Whatever is the. I have seen people coming from Rajasthan, so poor people. Today, even who cares for 25 paisa and 50 paisa? But still, they have coins of 25 paisa and 50 paisa. And they will, poorest people will come to Vrindavan temples and they will give 150 paisa coin to their son's hand, one to their daughter's hand, and they will have one, and all three of them will put 50 paisa in the hundi. That is our culture. They don't have hundreds of rupees. But the culture of giving is being taught by mothers to their children, fathers to their children. So we should not hesitate, even if they harass you sometimes. The strategy that we adopt is very simple. Be respectful, because they are the residents of holy place. They are worshipable because they live in the holy place, they worship deities. They may externally appear greedy and untoward or misbehaving or uncultured as far as money is concerned. Go beyond that and just see that they are the holy people. They live in the holy place. They are not maintained well by people who are supposed to maintain them. You give them whatever you can. Be respectful, fold your hands and say thank you very much. Whatever I have given you. And whatever they say, good, bad to you, just ignore it, become detached, go to the next place. It's the easiest way to handle. And if you just keep getting disturbed about the people, priests disturbing you, then you have lost the essence of the holy place. Best is give whatever you can, keep changes in your pocket and give whatever you can afford to give. Because you may have to go to 50 places to visit and you can give maybe 10 rupees each place. No problem, give 10 rupees and just peacefully, without getting disturbed, have the deity darshan, have katha and go ahead. That's all. You cannot change the priest. You cannot start give salary to them and keep them away from asking money. You cannot change the local situations. You are an outsider, you are a visitor. Just be a visitor and like a honeybee, be focused on the nectar and don't get disturbed by anything what's happening around you.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for enlightening us how to handle the priests, especially in holy places. My last question. This is kind of a lot of devotees have experienced it. That's the reason I'm asking this question. What happens if we visit the holy place and it comes to us and that we get purified, our hearts get purified, as you said, if we visit holy places. But when I come back to my hometown, I do not see any notice the magical change. Why?
Yes, the challenge is that the visiting holy places is like the bolus, the bulk nourishment. And then there we are full time hearing and chanting, and there we are with the company of the most precious devotees. We will love to be with them. They are with us 24 hours a day for number of days, and we only eat prasadam of various temples, and we hear only stories of Krishna. We don't do anything, we don't watch television, we don't hear any nonsense, we don't read newspapers there, we don't even know which date is going on, which month is going on, which weekend is going on, which day is there. It's like living in the spiritual world for so many days, enjoying the nectar of the holy place. And then we come back to Bombay, and then you have to go to work, and the work appears so distasteful, so stressful, and so much disturbing, and so much tiring. And all that nectar that we enjoyed appears to be getting lost. What is the formula of a successful yatra? Successful yatra means taking the holy place in your heart and bringing it back to Bombay or wherever you come to. Absorbing yourself, soaking yourself in the rasa, nectar of the holy place, capturing the essence, accepting and inviting the essence in the heart, establishing that essence in the heart and bringing that essence at home. And when you are at home, memorize and remunerate, what do you call, reminisce in those beautiful thoughts, remembering the experiences in the holy place. How to make the essence of the holy place in the heart, remain in the holy essence in the heart, by following the regulatory principles of Krishna consciousness. You chant Hare Krishna, you eat prasadam, you read the stories of Krishna, you associate with devotees, you serve the devotees. When you follow the simple formula of day-to-day Krishna conscious life, then the effect of the holy place that you have received will never get lost. When our sadhana becomes weak, when we are doing good sadhana only in holy place, and you come back and becomes a very big sadhana, then all that you have supposed to retain will get lost, like a pot with holes. But when your sadhana is strong, it's like pot with no holes. Whatever you have retained, achieved, it will maintain, and you will multiply it when you are at home also. And after some time, when city life is exhausting you, again you take out time in a planned way, in a routine way. Not like when you get exhausted, you get sick, you go to doctor. No, every day you do exercise. Every day you do some physical exercise so that you keep fit. So like that, every year we take out time and we go to holy place, again absorb ourselves, again recharge yourself, get the nectar, store it in your heart, bring back to Bombay, meditate, remember, practice Krishna consciousness, do your duties, again go to holy place. Life should be between one holy place to another holy place. That should be our life. Our life is not where we are living in Bombay and cities and doing our work. Our life is actually in between the two holy places. When we leave holy place, we keep planning for the next holy place visit, and we visit the holy place, and that's our real life actually. Residing in the holy place, serving the Lord, hearing the Lord's pastime is the one of the 5 principles of Krishna consciousness. So don't worry, once you go one time in the right company, hear the right stories, in the right mood of service, and avoid all the nonsense things and only get the essence, and you really get the nectar, you will not miss it again. You will keep going again and again to receive the nectar, and that will nourish your spiritual life, nourish your Bombay spiritual life, and when you go again, you will get full bolus nourishment. Again come back, do service over here, and maintain your spiritual life nicely. Hare Krishna.